This video was filmed in July 2023 and I head out on the R1250GS long-term alone bike and discuss many things including mental health. Welcome back to my second official ride on the GS 1250. My long-termer from BMW Motorrad UK. You might be able to see down there on the dash that it's 26 degrees. Unless you're going faster than about 30 miles an hour, it's actually quite uncomfortable, at least in the proper gear that I'm wearing. I hope you've all been really well. I think my timing of getting a bike license and doing bike content is, at least from my own selfish personal point of view, good timing, because I'm not excited about the future of the car industry. We're going to go and fill up with fuel. For the first time since I've had this bike in 3 weeks. Done about 145 miles. Okay, well, that was fairly straightforward. It's funny, as soon as you have moisture on your hand, they just feel extra tight. They're not. Ignition on. Fire. And let's turn that air up. Oh yes. Have I mentioned where I'm going? I can't remember, but I'm going to Swift Performance to see Russ and potentially Tim and my M2. I haven't been down there for about 10 days and I thought it would be good to pop my head in, see what's going on, see what the latest is. They've been exceptionally busy down there, which is a good thing. Being a little bit cautious today because, well, I noticed near where I live, the centre line of the road, I think they call it position number 2 when you learn how to ride, well, it had a lot of gravel and dirt, almost like a gravel truck or something was dropping its load along the road. Thankfully this road looks fine. Does this black car see me? Yep. Lou and I used to live about 5 minutes from here. Now we live about 15 minutes from here. Yeah, why don't you stick your nose all the way out, then have a look. Quite fancy an ice cream. I don't know why I've just said that. I haven't seen an ice cream anywhere. It's just given me an ice cream feeling. Well, I suppose it's 27 degrees now and I'm in a full set of leathers. As I was saying earlier on, when I'm on the bike, I tend to be more me. And I think the reason for that is my knowledge of bikes and riding is fairly limited. So I kind of run out of things to say about the bike apart from whee and woo and yes, this is fun. That's about the extent of it at the moment. But I think there's a real special feeling that you get when you're on a motorbike, very similar to when you're on a mountain bike or a road bicycle. You have this freedom, it's not even a sense of freedom, it is freedom. And you have time to think. I don't know if it's because, although my senses are on fire and I'm looking out for things much more so than I would be in a car, I'm also in a much more calm state of mind. I feel very chilled and relaxed on the bike, and that gives me time to think about other stuff. Something I talk about a lot on my Instagram page. I know a lot of you aren't on or maybe don't have Instagram, is mental health. I've had a real struggle, not recently, in fact the past 3 or 4 weeks have been very good. April and a lot of May were a big struggle for me, and the problem with, let's say, depression, which I have suffered from for over 20 years now, on and off. On the whole, I've actually thankfully been okay, but I'll go through periods of feeling really low, and when that happens, it doesn't matter what is going on in life. It doesn't matter if you'd won the lottery or, you know, life during those months that I was feeling down, I mean, I was having an amazing life. I was travelling loads, I was driving loads of cool cars. Lou and I had bought a house together, picked up my M3 Touring. Okay, this was before my M2 went pop, so I had no reason to be down. And that's one of the challenges of depression or mental health, is sometimes you can't understand why. And when you're younger and you get depressed for the first time, that's something that's really difficult. That's a big part of depression, I think, is the struggle of trying to understand why you're depressed when you think logically you shouldn't be, because, I don't know, your job might be good, your family are all healthy and everything's going well, but yet you're struggling in your mind. And anyway, so yeah, this is great for that side of things, because you're out and about and you feel like you're escaping everything. It's just lovely. And I think the further out and about you get, the more escapism you're going to feel. Looking out for parked cars, doors, etc. Staying in the middle of the road, staying a door width away, because obviously you can't see in every car. I can see an Aston Martin DBX down there. I'm pretty sure I can see its panel gaps too. Something else you got to watch out for when it gets really hot, but I don't think 26, 27 is hot enough, is see how the tarmac has gone a bit shiny where the tyres go. When you're in Spain or Italy during sort of July and August, the tarmac sometimes gets so hot that it literally just starts melting. And that can be slippery in a car. So on a bike, I can only imagine. But as I say, I think that's sort of mid-30s and upwards. Not far now, we're a couple of miles out of Aylesbury. We're on the wrong side of Aylesbury though. I live essentially to the north of Aylesbury, and Swift is essentially on the south. So Stoke Mandeville, they're right near Stoke Mandeville Hospital. Used to have one of my best friends, mountain bike friends, his parents, when we were much younger, his parents lived in Stoke Mandeville. Mr. Rossell, if you're listening or watching, hope you're well, mate. He was handy on a mountain bike. He was handy everywhere, actually, Ross. And he was handy on a motorbike. He did a bit of motorbike racing. Yeah, Ross was one of those annoying people that were just kind of good at everything. I say annoying in a nice way. He is a lovely bloke. Seen him fairly recently, and yeah, top guy. Absolute top guy. Him and his brother Louis and his parents, just a nice family, lovely family package. Here we go, we get a better glimpse of the panel gaps here. Hopefully you can see, look at that on the right, massive panel gap. On the left, much smaller panel gap. I mean, what's that, 200 grand car, 200 grand plus? It's a fireman and women, I'm sure. A lot of respect for firemen. Good friend of mine is one. He's a hero, absolute hero. Jordan, if you're watching and listening, this is a shout out for you, mate. Hopefully we'll be able to tell our story one day. You can't blame people for having EVs if it's a cost saving measure. I mean, if I still live where I used to live, near central London on the outskirts, and if I still commuted and worked in London like I used to, I would most certainly have an EV as my London car, you know, something small, maybe not an ID3 because I don't think I could put up with the infotainment system, but probably something like a mini electric. I know the range isn't great, but be good enough for those journeys. Yeah, you're going to come across. Of course you are. Brilliant bit of driving there. Excellent. Well, we are almost at Swift Performance. Literally just around this corner. and just before those people walking along. Bit of a concealed entrance, I'd say. This one, it's a bit of a, yeah, if you've not been in it before, we'll go this way, which is the main way, because anyone that hasn't been to the new Swift Performance premises, well, they'll be interested. So back there was Royal Steering Wheels. We've got XL Dents here, who are great. They took a nice ding out of my M3. So that was the old Swift Performance over there. We can go around to the new one. You couldn't do this in a car, but you could do it in a motorbike. There's Russ's lovely E46. Say hi to the camera. If it's still running, no idea. Yeah, man. You? Yeah, just wondering if you do engine rebuilds for motorbikes. Not even M2s? Oh, okay. Fair enough. Right, I'm going to switch the cameras off and get out of this sweaty gear. I hope you enjoyed that video. Let me know in the comments below if you did. And another update on the M2 that's sitting up there will be coming very soon. So take it easy, ride safe if you're on a motorbike or a bicycle, and I'll see you at another one very soon. Bye bye.